Good morning, Keller Williams, and welcome back to the KW Command MC 66-Day Challenge 2.0, and today is day 35. So today we continue our training inside of the Team Management tab, or Team tool, in our administration applet inside CommandMC. We're going to talk about adding and removing team members and team member roles. So let's dive into CommandMC. We're going to go into our administration applet. We're going to come down to the team management tool and we're going to select teams. When we do, we get our entire list of team members. Yesterday we were talking about the Fellowship of the Ring team. Let's go ahead and stay there. We'll click on that team and we can see here at the bottom we do have 4 different team members on this team. They all started on the same day. We've got dual rainmakers. Be careful with that. It is possible. Sometimes there might be some issues with dual rainmakers. Typically, I'd like to see one single rainmaker on a team when possible, just one less thing to have to worry about inside of command. But then you also have the roles for the individuals. You've got individual associate, administrative assistant. You can see if we click on these roles, we get an entire series. So we do have an administrative assistant, buyer specialist, individual associate, lead associate, listing coordinator, listing specialist, marketing specialist, rainmaker, transaction coordinator, unlicensed assistant. The only one that has any sort of impact inside of the agent's command account is the team leader role, just as a heads up. So when you go to add a new team member, we're going to use this big blue button here. And again, this is when we can come in and say, all right, we want to select associates to add to the Fellowship of the Ring. So the first thing we need to do is actually search for an agent's name, or you can see them all here. Right, we talked about how to do this yesterday as well. So if you need to make changes to the roles that have been selected, we can click on the 3 dots. Actually, I lied. We can actually just change it right here. So I can just change that to listing coordinator. Now, it is something to note inside the team tool that changes made take roughly 24 hours to update. So if you do add a team member to a team, just be aware, right, that when you add that person, it does take up to 24 hours for them to then gain access to their team account. So again, adding team member, we're going to do that inside of this modal. We can search for agent names, or you can see them here in the list. It's showing all of our unallocated associates. That means members of your market center that are not already on a team. Yesterday, we created a team with Benedict, and you can see Benedict's not available, but good old Birdie Big Bird is. So we would choose Birdie Big Bird. We're going to select Birdie's role. Let's say Birdie's a buyer specialist. Role start date already listed. I can click on Add Team Members, and now Birdie Big Bird is on the Fellowship of the Ring team. Let's say Birdie Big Bird doesn't have the best experience with Frodo and decides that he wants to leave the team. It is important that you go through the team member exit process. We've got articles on that, especially when it comes to contacts. Inside Command, contacts can either be in a personal account or a team account for each associate inside of Command. If they are on the team account, it's important that the team member transfer those contacts back to their personal account prior to being removed from the team. There's several other considerations you're going to want to take in as well, but we should not be removing people from a team just sort of willy-nilly, right? So just because the Rainmaker calls you and says, I want Birdie Big Bird off the team, there's still a process to go through in order to prevent headache and heartache for your agent team members. So if you did want to remove someone from a team and you've confirmed that that process has been followed, we can click on the 3 dots here on the right hand side and we could choose remove from team. Now they even have a tooltip here, just what we talked about, personal contacts. Before removing the individual from this team, please ensure that they have migrated their contacts and leads to their personal command account. So out of their team account into their personal account. Any leads or contacts owned by this individual that are in the team command account will disappear once they're removed from the team. That's a big deal, right? So they don't even go back to the Rainmaker. They're just gone. And that can be pretty devastating to a team member that had their entire database on the team side. So we want to make sure that that happens. You can note, right, that basically the date removed has to be today. I'm not sure why these are all X'd out, but it's got to be today. If we click on the icon, oops, our tooltip here. Any contracts written after team members' removal will not count towards the team's production. So that's also important to note. And I can finally click yes, remove member. And you can see Birdie Big Bird was removed from the team. Although the add takes up to 24 hours, I have seen the removal happen much quicker, just as a heads up. So just something to be aware of. That is our team tool inside the administration's applet, your ability to add team members, remove team members, and review your team member roles inside the team tool. Stay tuned for tomorrow. We're going to talk about transferring teams, how to transfer them if you're the market center they are leaving, how to receive them if you are the market center that is receiving them, and how to cancel transfers if it was done incorrectly. So stay tuned for that. As always, hope you're having a fantastic day, and I look forward to talking to you again real soon.